hope you guys are all having a wonderful Thanksgiving. Whether you're hosting it at your house or you are having to drive somewhere out of town or in town. We are going to my parents' house first, and then we will go over to my sister-in-law's and have not really any food there. I mean, they always have like food left out, and we usually have like a little dessert or something there, but yeah, we usually eat dinner at my mom's house. So yeah, so I'm excited. The kids are really excited. The only downside about it right now is I'm getting a dang cold. My husband has a cold, and he doesn't get sick super often. Like, I don't think he's had a cold in over a year. The last cold I had and the kids had, he didn't get. But whatever he got, he's given it to me, which I get everything with having a low immune system. Yeah, it's just one of the things that kind of comes with it is I get sick easily. So, but, you know, ideal. So, first of all, I am working on, is it Christmas, like, Glowing Christmas, that's the name of it. Glowing Christmas Tree by Diamond Art Club. This is the one that, if you haven't seen it, it glows in the dark, which is awesome. And I'm so excited. The last one they came out with, the glow in the dark, was the Halloween one. And I gave it away in a giveaway, so I didn't get to use those. But I have the lotus flower one with the glow in the dark on it, and I love it. It is so pretty. It's in my bedroom. I need to frame it so that I can get it up on the wall. But anyway, so yeah, I'm trying to get this one done because I really want to put this one on my wall for the Christmas season. And so that's why I started it a little bit early, so that way I can get it up so that we can enjoy it all Christmas. And the next one I will be doing is the kitten on the Christmas tree, or in the Christmas tree area and everything. So I was thinking about doing the Santa and the reindeer one. I can't remember what it's called, but I decided that I'm going to be giving that one away. So one of you lucky people will be able to get into that drawing, and it is going to start Monday, is when I will be putting the information on how you can get entered into the drawing. And I will be giving it away probably the second week of December, I want to say, because I want to get it to you guys before Christmas is over. So the Halloween one that I didn't actually do the giveaway till Halloween night. So by the time you got the painting, Halloween was over. So I want to be able to give it to you, whoever wins it, and give you guys a chance to actually like be able to do it during the holiday season. So yeah, real quick, just want to let you know, sorry about the background noise. My daughter is up and watching Full House right now. So it is on, it's on fairly low, but you might still be able to hear it a little bit in the background. So, and accompanying me today on my whip here that I'm working on is Baking Spirits Bright. Here, I'll bring her up to you. Or him. I'm not sure. There's no hair, so I'm going to say him. So, Baking Spirits Bright. No, I don't need this many, but I like them. They're fun to sit on, they're just pretty to look at while you're working. And then I have the traditional Christmas tree. And then I've got, this is a new one. I haven't shown it yet, but I'm super excited about it because they are gorgeous. I can't remember what kind of stone it is. I'm going to have to figure that out, but look how pretty that is. So there's the pink ones, And I also have it's like a teal blue green one too. So those will be in the shop like ASAP. Then I've got my mermaid tail and my ice skates and this beauty deer. Isn't that beautiful? I love that one. And then I've got the llama, Christmas llama. No drama, Christmas llama. So that's what's sitting out, and all of this stuff is already in the shop. The stones will be in the shop. So I'll be making a separate video about the shop because I am going to have a sale on Black Friday all the way through Cyber Monday, and I'm really excited to do that. I wish I could do more of a sale just because, you know, it's Black Friday, but I gotta think about how I'm gonna do everything. I think I'm gonna have like just all the Christmas stuff, like, you know, I don't know how many % off, but just do all the Christmas stuff, and maybe I don't know what I'll do. I'll figure out something fun though for y'all, cause yeah, you gotta get a deal on those cover minders, right? Gotta have those cute cover minders sitting with your painting while you're working. But what I wanted to say today has nothing to do with getting new things. It has nothing to do with wanting new things, buying new things, or anything. It has to do with the opposite of that, actually. Because today is Thanksgiving, as I already said. And you are not dumb. You know this, unless you're watching this, you know, on the replay on another day, which makes total sense because I'm sure a lot of you guys will be busy with family and not have time to, you know, watch a video. But for those of you that maybe don't have anything to do, this will be, you know, give you something to do while you're working on your projects. So, and just know, even if you don't have family or friends to go spend the holidays with, you are loved and appreciated, and I thank you for being in my YouTube family and joining me on my YouTube journey. So keep your head up and have a wonderful Thanksgiving. So I don't know about you, but on Thanksgiving in my house, we don't always do this, but we've done it a lot where, you know, and a lot of people do, where you go around the table and you say, you know, what you're thankful for. Now, there's nothing wrong with doing that. But what I want to challenge you guys to do is to not just do it on, you know, Thanksgiving at the dinner table, or not just do it on Thanksgiving period, but do it every single day. It's really easy to play the whole thankful and blessed and all that stuff on Thanksgiving. And I'm not saying that anybody's like faking that, because genuinely, you know, you could be really thankful. I'm super thankful for my family, my kids, my husband. I have my parents are both still alive and in town. My grandma is still alive and in town. My husband has a good job that he can provide for us, and he goes to that job every day without complaining. I'm thankful for my kids and their health, and, you know, even though they could be trying at times, especially when you have teenagers, but, you know, I am so thankful to have them in my life, especially because I was told that I, you know, might not be able to have children at all. So the fact that I have 2 beautiful kids, I am very, very thankful and feel very blessed for that. So there's a lot that I'm extremely thankful for you guys, because in the beginning of wanting to kind of start my YouTube channel, I had no idea of the community that I would be entering into and the friends that I would be making, and, the mentors, people to look up to, learning how to handle some conflict. I've learned a lot about like editing videos, like, things I thought I couldn't do that I'm doing. And I am incredibly, incredibly thankful for that. And like I said before, it's easy sometimes to get like caught up in the numbers of life, period. Like, how much, how many subscribers did you have? And I said it before, when I hit 500, that's a lot of people. 500, if you put 500 people in a room, it shows how many people that is. Now, granted, yeah, there are a lot of channels that have millions of subscribers, and that's wonderful, but 500 is wonderful to me, and I am very blessed to have each and every single one of you. So, thank you for everything that you do. And sorry, I had a brain fart there. Maddie, are you done on the TV? Okay, sorry. Daughter was she kind of walked out of the room, so I just wanted to make sure she was done with the TV so I can turn it off, so it doesn't distract me, because Lord knows I get distracted so easily. Anyways, so yeah, this time of year, we say we're thankful for this, and then sometimes now, didn't used to be like this when I was a kid. There was nobody out like shopping on Thanksgiving night. Like, it just, nothing was opened. And then now, all of a sudden, all the stores are opened. And, well, not all, most of the stores are opened on Thanksgiving night, and people are out, shopping and, hurting each other, pushing each other, getting mad and trying to get the best deal and arguing. And it's just, it blows my mind, because you just, a few hours before this have claimed to be so thankful for everything you have in your life. And then, so it's a really quick turnaround, I think, for a lot of people. And then, the next day being Black Friday, you go out, you go shopping, you get all these great deals, and, fighting for that bargain. And there is nothing wrong with that, folks. I go out every year on Black Friday for fun. I don't go out and do like the 5 a.m., deal things or whatever. My family meet at the mall every year, in between like 10 and 11, and we'll have lunch at Chili's, and we'll kind of just go around and shop and hang out and just kind of enjoy each other's company. Do we find good deals? Heck to the yeah, we do. But it's more about just like being together and having fun. And it's really relaxed. It's not like, oh, we gotta get to that store, hurry kind of a thing. It's really calm and relaxing. And I don't know who will go this year. It's usually my mom and me, my sister, my grandma, my cousin, my cousin's wife, and my aunt. So all the girls go together, but I'm not sure. I don't even know if my cousin Anne came in town this year. She just had a baby a couple months ago. And so I don't know if they're going to even be in town. So who knows? Who knows? But it's a lot of fun to go do that. But then, this whole month, I really do challenge you guys to keep the thankful mindset. And it's not easy, and I'm not saying it is. But just trying to kind of think of that in the back of your head of being thankful for what you do have. I know I tell my kids all the time this, because, it's always like, oh, well, this is what I want for Christmas, or that's what I want for Christmas. And if they don't get, my kids aren't like this because they know better. They best know better. But there are so many kids out there that if they don't get like what they ask for or what they want, they get so mad, so upset, and it's like you should be thankful that you got anything at all. And like my kids are so blessed. Now, we are not a family that is like rich. We can't go buy whatever we want. We can't go do whatever we want. But they got a roof over their head. They got food on the table. They got clothes on their back. And compared to a lot of people, even in the States, like that is a blessing. And we are quick to forget that. And I am the first to admit that. Like, so I was just thinking about this tonight when I was taking the dogs out on the walk. And I was kind of being all like humbuggish about the weather. And I wish I had, you know, a house. I wish I had a yard. I wish I could just open the back door and say, go for it, you know. And those kind of things were kind of going through my head. But I was just thinking about it, and I'm like, dang, you know, I have a lot to be thankful for. I have an apartment that allows my dogs to be here. I have 2 legs that enable me to walk over and take them out to the field. They love it over there. It gives me exercise. It gets me out. It actually is one of my favorite times of the day when it's not freezing, because it's kind of like my alone time, and I don't get a ton of that. So it's quiet. It's relaxing. I get some exercise in. But oh man, tonight was I not feeling that way because it was cold. I mean, like -degree cold. The wind was blowing. I had on a pair of like flannel pajamas, and then I had sweatpants over that. Then I had a tank top, a t-shirt, a long sleeve shirt, a sweatshirt, a coat, gloves, a scarf, and a hat, and my sweatshirt hoodie, and then my coat hood. You'd think I would have been, and I had nice and thick socks on. You'd think I would have been like toasty warm, but I wasn't. It was cold. That wind, when you were facing a certain way, whoo-wee, it was cold. I did not enjoy that tonight. And so, yeah, I was kind of just like griping about how it'd be so nice to have a house and, you know, be able to do what we want and just open the door and let them go potty and I'll have to take them out and blah, 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 blah. But in all honesty, I am very blessed for where we live. We have a nice apartment. It's a big, you know, spacious apartment. We're close to friends. We're close to family. And besides not having a yard and stuff, like, it's wonderful and I love it. So I just have to remind myself that sometimes. I think I forget, and we all do. You know, we have those days, we have those moments, and that was a moment for me tonight. I'm usually out with them like in the evening for a good 45 minutes. I think tonight I was out for about 20, maybe 25. I did not do my normal route. I was booking it because it was cold. Plus, I didn't want them to be out there, you know, in the cold either. It's just because they're dogs don't mean that they like it. Now, Lincoln, he's a big baby. When we are on our way home from the field, he hauls butt. Like, I have to keep reminding him to heel because he's like, I just want to get home. I want to get in the warm house. Like, he does not like being cold. If I get stopped by anybody that wants to talk or say hi or anything, he will like instantaneously start whining. like, be like, Mom, it's cold. He's just a big baby, I tell you. He's a baby. But yeah, so. The other thing I was going to say about something that ouch, ooh, I just hit my knee. Something else that I am very thankful for, besides just like my kids and, you know, all that stuff, but is Maya. She was our first, I want to say our first like real family dog. And she came to us because Maddie, my 10-year-old, has something called type 1 diabetes. And it's juvenile diabetes. It's when they get it when they're a kid. They don't make any insulin for themselves. It's not the same as like what people always want to say is, my grandma has that. No, they probably don't. Um, it's very different than what people get as they get older. And so anyways, because of that, we decided we were going to get a service dog for Maddie. Well, looking into it, service dogs can cost $20,000 to $30,000 getting them all trained and all that stuff, and we do not have that kind of money. It would take years and years and years to try to save and fundraise and all of that. So I decided, I'm going to just, learn as much as humanly possible beforehand. We'll get a dog, we'll get hooked up with a trainer, and we'll do it ourselves. And so we started looking around, and at first we fell in love with a dog named Murphy. And Murphy was at the Humane Society. He had an instant connection. We went and saw him for a month, I think, every single day almost. Just kind of waiting. We had to wait for our apartment to approve everything. And I also had told my daughter that she had to fundraise money to pay for the dog and stuff like that. So we did fundraising. And so anyways, when we finally got it, we got Murphy home, and he had extreme separation anxiety. And unfortunately, he bonded with me more than he did her. And if I left the room, he would just go nuts. Well, we weren't going to take him back for that. I was like, we can work through it. We can see what we can do. But then after we had him for about a week, I want to say, me and Maddie were playing around on the floor, and we were tickling each other and laughing, and he got I think he got overstimulated. At the time I thought maybe he was like thinking he needed to protect me because she was tickling me and I was like exaggeratingly, laughing and screaming kind of a thing. But anyways, he bit her on the back, and he bit her enough to where it broke skin. And if you break skin on like a flat surface, that's hard to do. You really have to be trying. And so we kind of contemplated for a good the whole day. We were thinking like, well, what do we do? Do we try to work him through this? Do we take him back? Anyways, he had a vet appointment for a well check anyways, so we took him to that. And we talked to our vet about it, and the vet was like, no, absolutely not. Like, especially with, you wanting to have this dog be a service dog, that is not something that you can risk. Like, you're going to have this dog in public and all that stuff. And so, we made the really hard decision to take him back. And we did not make that decision lightly. It was extremely hard. Even though we had only had him in our home for a week, we had been going and walking him and visiting him every day for at least a month. It was probably more than that when I'm thinking about it. And he was a wonderful dog, but he needed something more than we could give him at that time. So we took him back, and of course, Maddie especially was heartbroken. And impatiently wanting a dog because she had been waiting for so long. This didn't work out. We weren't sure exactly what we were going to do. So they didn't have any other dogs at the time at the Humane Society really that would have been a good candidate for us. And so I decided, okay, I'm just gonna start looking online. So I looked online, and the next day I made a phone call to a woman that had had an advertisement up for their dog, and it was Maya. And I talked to this woman, and she was not going to just give anybody her dog. She was making sure the dog was going to go to a good home. She had already turned down 3 families. And so I was like, well, maybe, I don't know. So we talked for a while. Turned out they were a Christian family. They had kids that were exactly our kids' age, boy and a girl. Her husband was a type 1 diabetic. Go figure. So all of this stuff just kind of lined up. And she, on the phone, before she even met me, she basically said, I think that that you're the right fit. Now, the reason they were giving her up was not because, like, of anything Maya did or anything like that. The reason is that their kids were getting older, and the mom had recently went back to work. And they were noticing that Maya was just not liking that being home, for 9 hours a day by herself. Maya is a people dog. Now, even though she doesn't have like separation anxiety, she can be home by herself, no problems. She likes to be with her people. She likes to go places and do things. And so they just wanted to give her more than what they could give her. And so that's why they decided to rehome her. They had her since she was just a puppy, and they got her at 3 months old down in California. She is a half yellow lab, half Queensland heeler, which is another term for Australian cattle dog. Anyways, she was gorgeous in the picture. So cute. She has freckles, and she's just a darling dog. Anyway, so we decided, yeah, we'll come out, we'll meet her, we'll see, if this is something that we want to do. So we went out. She lived in Coeur d'Alene, so it was about a 45-minute drive. So me and Maddie talked on the way there. Like, we had already decided if it wasn't the right fit, we would say no. We would hold out for the right dog. And all of that. So we got there, we met the family. They were so nice. The mom's name was Melissa, and me and her visited. We were probably there over an hour visiting with her and her kids, and we kind of all decided that it would be best if Maya came and lived with us. So Maya, she had packed up her things, and we brought Maya home that night. At first it was a little bit, I think, scary for Maya. She had lived in the same home all her life. All of a sudden, some new people were taking her away, and that kind of a thing. So she didn't want to eat very much for the first couple days, but dogs will not starve themselves. And so we just kind of let her have it and play it out until she was comfortable. And when she started out with us, she was a different dog because she wasn't allowed on furniture. She wasn't allowed to do a lot of things. And I think that they had her best interests at heart, but maybe didn't know everything about dogs and breeds and like things that you should do or shouldn't do. And so, but anyways, we worked with her, we trained with her, we started training right away with a trainer, and ended up working there after a short period of time. And I really found a passion because I absolutely love training dogs. I love it. And so finding a job that I could not only bring Maya to, but I could bring Maddie to, and Maddie could do her schoolwork there, and she could also do work, with the dogs, which she loves. So this was a huge blessing. When we brought Maya home, we not only started doing obedience training, but we also started doing scent training for alerting to low blood sugars. And Maya picked it up so fast. We only were doing lows because you usually only want to start with one or the other. Once they get that down, then you can go on and teach them the other scent. So we taught her how to alert to lows, and she did wonderfully. Crazy thing with Lincoln, though, side note, is that we only taught him lows, and we barely taught him that, but he alerts to lows and highs better than she does. I mean, it's incredible. But anyways, there was one night that Maddie, her blood sugar dropped dangerously low, and Maya came, and I was sick, and so I was out of it. She came and tried to wake me up, and I remember her licking my hand, but I was like, "Oh, Maya, what are you doing?" Like, kind of dismissed it, didn't think anything of it. Then a few minutes later, she came back and she barked, and then I kind of woke up and just kind of looked at her, and she then jumped on me and then barked in my face. And I was like, okay, something is not right, because Maya doesn't jump on people ever. And she doesn't bark at people like that. She only barks when somebody comes to the door. That's it. So I jumped up and ran into the other room and found Maddie, and her blood sugar had dropped down to only 24, and she was having a seizure. So Maya definitely has saved her life. And so that is something that I am incredibly blessed to have in my life is Maya. And unfortunately, Maya is getting older. She's 8. She's not doing so well. So we are really trying to be to try hard to be thankful and enjoy the time that we have left with her. She is in liver failure, and she doesn't seem to be in any pain, but she is very tired. There are times she's, doesn't even want to lift her head up. And then there's other times where she's like running around looking at a squirrel outside and super excited and going to the field and running around. And so she has like good days and she has bad days. Like humans do when they have things going on with them. But anyway, so I'm very thankful to have her, and I would love and appreciate your happy thoughts and prayers for her, because I don't think it will be much longer. We've already discussed that we won't be keeping her for our purposes, that when it's time for her to go, she'll let us know, and we will listen to her cues, because dogs are really good about letting you know, like, when they're just done, when they've had enough. If she's in pain or anything like that, then we'll make those decisions when we get to them. But even though consciously we all know, we kind of have accepted it, but at the same time, it does not make it easier, because she's a member of our family, and even though she's a quiet dog, the house will definitely feel empty when she's gone. And unfortunately, I think it'll be really hard on Lincoln, because as humans, like, we know why she won't be there anymore. We can, even though we're sad and upset about it, we can consciously know, like, yeah, she's gone. Where a dog is really hard to know that. And so, like, when Maya was at the vet hospital for that day, she was like, when she was gone, he was running around the house, from room to room, looking for her. And that is one of my fears, is that way is when she, passes, that he will not understand that she's gone, and that he's just gonna, like, be depressed and like looking for her, and that, and most dogs mourn, the loss of people and dogs, just like humans do. Well, I mean, not exactly the same, but they, have those emotions, and So it's just going to be rough, I think. So I'm really praying she makes it through Christmas. But I don't know. I mean, like I told my daughter, she could make it one more day, one more week, one more month, a year. Who knows? Like, only God knows that. I don't know. So we'll just take it one step at a time. But be thankful for every day we have with her. She's no longer doing service dog duties at this time. She doesn't, even though she wants to go and do them, she just doesn't have the energy. And so I've kind of made that decision for her that we need to conserve her energy. She is eating, but not like she used to eat, but she is just losing weight, and it's very noticeable. And I want her to like not burn off any more like calories than she already is for like her normal day-to-day stuff. So anyways, this video is so all over the place. I apologize, but that's kind of where my brain is tonight. It's just all over the place. Me and Maddie have been watching the show Lost. I don't know if any of you have seen that, but we just started watching it, and it is such a good show. I remember when it came out, and me and my husband watched it, actually. And it came out in like 2004, I want to say. But anyways, we watched it. It's a really good show. Maddie's liking it, and we're still in the first season. But so we've been watching that off and on at nighttime. And so we just had finished an episode, and then she went to bed, and well, she was watching one Full House, and then she went to bed. And I am going to hit the sack here in just a little bit, because tomorrow is going to be exhausting, like it always is, because it's so busy. I wish that, I mean, that's the only thing that I have to say is like a negativity about having so much family in town, is that you can't just chill on a holiday. Like, you have to go everywhere, and you have to make, you have to meet everyone else's needs to come. Like, everybody wants to see the kids, so it's not just like, oh, we're gonna go to my parents, or oh, we're just gonna go to your parents, or whatever. And like, when we're at my parents, they're like trying to, like, not trying to make me feel bad, but like, they get like, oh, do you have to go, like, and so yeah. And then we've got Seth's mom, on the other hand, calling and saying, when are you going to be here? So I feel like I'm really torn a lot of times between where we are. And one year it was too much. We got really upset because it was so much. We were feeling kind of like people were putting guilt trips on us. And this was when our kids were really little, and they were like the only little kids in the family. So of course everybody wanted them there for Christmas, and so we've kind of got some guilt trips going on that year. And so then the following year we were like, you know what, we're gonna go where we're gonna go when we want to go, and everybody else can just deal. And that was nice. It was really freeing. Like, I remember how much more relaxed, because it was like, everybody, I don't care if they get mad, this is what we're doing. Because it was a lot on the kids too when they were little, like going to each house and trying to, by the end of the day, I mean, even at Christmas time, get this, Christmas time, because of all the commotion and having to go from one place to another and all that stuff, like at the last place, they were done. They're like, I don't even want to open presents anymore. Like, they were just done for the day. They were so tired. And that's why that year we were like, yeah, if they're so tired that they don't even want to open presents, like, whoa, yeah, something's going on, because they were kids. Kids always want to open presents. They don't even care if it's for them or not. They just want to open it. I gotta take a drink here. I'm losing my voice. I hope that whatever this sickness is that I'm getting, it won't be bad. Because I don't want to be sick again. Last cold I had gave me pneumonia. I get pneumonia and bronchitis really quickly with a cold because of my asthma. And so yeah, it's kind of not fun. Not fun at all. And I can just feel my nose getting like stuffy. And my husband was nice enough to it was funny, the other night he came and kissed me goodnight. He goes to bed by 8 because he has to get up at 3 or 4. So he came in and we were watching, I think I was actually diamond painting. He came over and he kissed me on the forehead. And I'm like, are you mad at me? He's like, no, why would you say that? I'm like, well, what the heck? Like, you don't want to kiss me on the lips, huh? And he's like, well, I was trying to not get you sick. And I was like, oh, yeah. Thank you. It was like sweet because I was all like, what's wrong with you? But it didn't matter. I got it anyways. I mean, shoot. Usually you're contagious before you even have symptoms of things. So, yeah, that's just whatever. Oh, I went to Hobby Lobby today, by the way. And I got more wash basins in. I actually ordered some from them rather than just keep going and trying to find some on their shelves and trying to keep them in the store stocked, which was almost near impossible because they are probably my #1 selling item, which is fantastic. So anyways, I went in and I got a rain check and ordered 15 of them. And so they came in today. I was super excited. And so yeah, now I've got plenty of wash basins. So yeah, I'm excited about that because I'm always feeling like I'm trying to get more. I'm always running to the store hoping that they'll have them, and if they don't have them, that they'll have something. And so it's kind of annoying. So I'm glad that I just decided to bite the bullet and just order them. Which was really easy. You just had to do a rain check. They ordered them. Once they got there, you went up, picked them up. But it wasn't as easy as I thought because the guy, so the girl, I pay for everything, including those, with the rain check. And then the stock guy that was supposed to be getting it comes up and he's like, I don't see them. And he's like, are you sure they're in today? I was like, yeah. They said that they would be here by Wednesday, no later than Wednesday. And this was 6:37 at night, so they had already got their shipment in for the day. It's not like I showed up at 10 a.m. or something. And so he's like, yeah, well, we got a shipment today, so I don't know if it's in there. And he's like, I just don't see them. He's like, can you show me what they look like? And I was like, sure. So as I was trying to describe them too as we were walking back, and he's like, okay. So anyways, I showed him, and he's like, oh, those are tiny. I was looking for a metal wash basin, a big one. And he's like, I knew I would have seen them if there was 15 of those. I mean, shoot. However, they were not that big, and they came in this little box. And so he's like, oh, he came back out and he's like, yeah, I found them. He's like, I never would have found them if you hadn't to shown me what I was looking for. So I'm glad that I did that because, yeah. Anyways, so I got them and I got the magnets on them already, so they're ready to go. And I've been getting all my Christmas magnets on them so that way when I have my sale on Friday, I will be ready to ship things and send them and get them out in the mail right away. The only thing that takes me a little bit to get out in the mail is the inhalers, because I have to make them, paint them, let them dry, seal them, and all that good stuff. So they just take a couple days to make because you have to let them sit like overnight. And so if you do order an inhaler, just know to add a couple days onto your shipping times, just because I don't want you thinking I forgot about you or something. It's just, yeah, it takes time because they're handmade, guys. They are not something I buy. They're not, from a 3D printer. They're something I actually physically make. So it does take a little bit of time. But they're fun. I love how I have them ordered. Like, you can pick different colors. That way it's not just the same generic color that everybody gets. That's just not that much fun. So, but yeah, if you have any ideas or suggestions or anything like that that you feel like you would want in the shop, then please, don't hesitate to message me and be like, hey, I'd love to have, I don't know, something else in the shop. I don't know. Yeah. So just let me know if there's something else you would like for me to find. I did have one request for a camel, and I am just waiting for it to come. So yeah, I'm pretty dang good at finding things out there, and so just let me know if you have an idea that you want in there that's not currently there. Let me see here. Where are my colors? So I did this kit totally different, and I totally regret the way I did it. I've never done a kit this way ever, and I never will do it again. I did it with the lotus flower, but the lotus flower had 7 colors, and so I basically dumped all 7 colors into one of these, and so I had 7 trays, and then that was the way I kitted it up. This project, I did not kit up. See, not kitted up. And so it's all over. It's kind of like this video. It's just all over the place. Trying to find colors, is this the right color? Is this the wrong color? Oops, I spilled them. I mean, it's just a mess. It's a mess. Don't do a painting thinking I don't need the colors. And the reason I didn't kit it up originally is because the top of this painting, let me bring my camera up. It's all this whole top of it is all 310s and 939s, and then when it comes down, that's when you start getting into everything else. And so everything was just the 310s and 939s, and so I'm like, why do I need to kit it up? I'll just use those bags. Well, mistakes, but they happen. Mistakes happen, so you can only do so much. And then I've even done this one. I didn't even label it. Luckily, I know this color. It's a color I know just because I like it. But still, I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what I was thinking. But that's okay. It's coming together. It shouldn't take me that much longer, to be honest, because I've only been working on it for 3 days or something, maybe. Not long. And it is not a hard piece. It works up super fast. So if you're looking for a Christmas one that you want that works up fast, this one's a good one. It's got a lot of color blocking. I mean, it has a little bit of confetti, but nothing it's respectable, as Mrs. Colfis says. So yeah, it's one that you can handle. It's a good one for new people, I think, just because it does have a lot more color blocking. Now, some people don't like color blocking. Some people like the confetti, and I get why. I mean, with confetti, there's going to be a little bit more detail, but I just love how when you're doing the color blocking, how quick it works the project up, and it still looks wonderful. Like, I've never had one that was like, that color blocking is weird. The only one I could say maybe would have been a little bit better if it was like a little more confetti in that area was Ariel. Her face, I had to kind of shade the face a little bit extra just because they didn't do that when they charted it up. Nothing against them, they just didn't think they needed to do that. I thought it looked like it needed to have a little bit of more blending, so I did. Okay, so 37, 55, that's not it. And I spilt these, which is wonderful. There it is. 37.55. Okay, I'm going to pour them in here. There we go. So in the comments, what is your favorite food on Thanksgiving? Is it the turkey? Is it the mashed potatoes? Is it the casserole? I don't know what your vegetables are. We have like a green bean casserole. And then we have gravy, of course. And rolls. And turkey. Lots and lots of turkey. More turkey. And then a little bit of turkey. And then a touch of turkey. But no, there's cranberries and sweet potatoes and yams. What else is there? I don't know. There's other stuff. But anyways, what is your favorite? Because I have never been a huge Thanksgiving person. Like, I don't know. I'm weird. Like, food, I don't enjoy food the same way as some people do, I think. To me, sometimes it's just annoying because it's something that you have to do to, maintain life. And a lot of days, I just wish I could just skip it and not do it. So, but that being said, I do love turkey. And I do love like a roll with some gravy. Like putting a little gravy on your plate and then like dipping your roll in it. That's my favorite. That is my favorite thing on Thanksgiving. I'm not gonna lie. Like I love doing that. A roll and gravy. And you gotta put some little salt in there because it's turkey gravy. And we all know turkey gravy, not near as good as like ham gravy, unless you don't like ham, but I like it because it's salty. It's nice and salty. There we go. About to say, what happened here? What happened? Welcome to Sam Hill. Alright, I'm starting to be weird, so that means I'm tired. And I'm probably going to go here. We've got, let's see. We've got almost a full hour of Whip and Chat for you. So, almost a full one. I will not be doing the Finished Friday video this week. I will be doing it next week. So, watch for that next week. And Whip It Wednesday will be back next week as well. I have a unboxing from Craftology, so watch for that. And then another video, especially you with those kiddos. I have a little project I'm in the works for that will be a ton of fun, especially if you have kids. I think it'd be fun anyways, so I'm going to teach you that art project as we make it. Actually, I'm not going to say I'm going to teach it. I'm going to make it for you guys. And then if I'm good at it, maybe then I can teach it. But this is like a whole idea in my head that I'm hoping will work out. But I can't say that it will because I don't know. It might not. Who knows? Who the heck knows? So yeah. Watch for all of those things. There will be no Diamond Art Club unboxing because they did not have any new releases last Saturday. So you probably noticed that. There was not a lot popping up. Usually when they have like a new release on a Saturday, then like by Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, there's just like Diamond Art Club unboxings all over the place. So if you want to see what painting that I'm going to be working next, you can go back, look at my unboxing. It was the last one of Diamond Art Club, and it's the cat, the tabby cat in the window. Adorable. Okay, sorry. I was trying to figure something out here. My brain just stopped. Alright, guys, so I'm going to say goodbye, and I hope you have an absolutely wonderful, wonderful day. I hope that you guys don't have to work today, and you get to go and hang out with your family and get some food in that belly. And then maybe you can go and diamond paint after all of the festivities are over. That's a good way to like wind down your day and just kind of chill until it's time to go sleepy bye. That's what I will hopefully be doing. So, but yeah, with that, as always, you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think. So with that, keep on shining, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.
Thank you for watching, and if you haven't already and would like to subscribe, don't forget to hit that subscribe button below and the bell icon to be notified when I put up a new video.